So we have a African American male. You have Jacob Blake, man. Jacob Blake's 29-year-old man. He's in serious condition. Currently right now in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and he was shot 7 times in his back from the police officers. And just going back into this, you have Mr. White here. He was recording the incident that was going on. So apparently, according to the news, is that he was the police officer responded to a domestic dispute, and before the police was on the scenes, he was trying to break up a fight between 2 women. I believe one of them had road rage, or the one scratched up their car, and so he took one of the compliance keys. And according to like 911 dispatch, he wasn't supposed to be there. That's what they said. He was supposed to be there, and he wasn't being compliant. But I'm looking at this, he trying to, break up, a fight or whatever, man, trying to insinuate some peace. Police officers just assume that Mr. Jacob Blake was the issue. He was the main perpetrator, and guns was just drawn out on him. And this is very disturbing because it reminds me of Eric Gardner when he was breaking up a fight in Staten Island, and they want to sit up here and say, oh, he was just to bring up his whole criminal history, that he was selling, Lucy's to underage kids or whatever. And then, and he was trying to explain simply. You can see this gentleman explaining what was going on and why he was there. And one of this dude ended up using excessive force and choke him out. And he said, I can't breathe, and he died. And therefore, it was a riot going on, and many people was upset. And I'm just gonna get into how I feel about when people standing up and throwing things and vandalizing things, which I'm in agreement of, because at the same time we have to throw away the system. How many times are we going to keep seeing and hearing African Americans, especially African American males, getting killed by law enforcement due to excessive force? And this is ridiculous. Now, some people is going to believe like, oh, well, he should have not walked around his SUV. Now, the gentleman was walking around his SUV saying that he had 3 sons in the car, and it was out of frustration. Yeah, he probably just want to get down and just, cross over his legs and cross his arms, whatever. But why? To get arrested? So something that he didn't do. So he was just like, hey, man, I got to talk, see how his kids was doing. 3 sons were there. You can see one officer pointing a gun at him, 2 of them. One was grabbing his tank top because he had tank top and some shorts on, and they began to shoot him. Now, we don't know if he was reaching in. People didn't know he was reaching in for some weapons or anything, but he didn't have nothing on him. He was unarmed. He was literally unarmed. So it was a poor judgment on the cop there. And, you had Tony Evers, who is the governor of Wisconsin. He actually going to start off a meeting with special legislation and sessions with him in order to have just proper training. And I think it was more of accountability and policing, accountability of the police. I think he want to start that on August 31st, because this is it's very sad. He ended up putting the National Guard there because it was cars getting torched right now. This happened like around Sunday, so hours ago. Just everything's getting vandalized, courthouses being destroyed. But when individual, man, I'm thinking about George Floyd when he said, I can't breathe, and he died and called on his dead mother, man. It's put me in tears because, it's 400 years, man. We've been asking for Congress, like, can we please get equity? Can we please get equality? Can we just go ahead and just move on with our lives? Can we build up from these things at Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Wall Street? Did you know that in it has been like 2 weeks for like $1 to get out the community in Tulsa, Oklahoma? But for the most part, our money's been circulating so much in our economy. But nowadays, it's like, like every 5 minutes, our dollar, it goes out to other outside communities, and we have a hard time in creating that economic wealth. And the thing is, the reason why I brought that up is because you're not going to be free from your oppressor if their whole main job is to oppress you. That's just like a guard, prison guard, right? You can talk to the prison guard all day long. You can sing for them, entertain them. You can try to have meetings with them. But at the same time, their program and their whole job is to keep you behind bars. You can break it down, try to do what you got to do, but they're going to keep you in bars. And the prison guard say, I can't let you go. That sounds cool and all, but I can't let you go because this is my job. So at the same time, as African Americans, maybe us marching to Congress and getting written policies for a system that's against us, that's been against us since day one, since we got off the boat from our ancestors here in this country. It's not gonna be ideal. It's not gonna work out. So the only thing we can do, because we can't go back to Africa. We don't even know what type of countries are we're from Africa. Like, you know, Mexicans got Mexico, Vietnam got Vietnamese got Vietnam, Chinese got China. Like, where do we come from as African Americans? Where do we have to go? So we gotta make things fit, but just mess with our own and just have our own separate, our own communities, man. Maybe it's preaching that segregation that man has to come into play. But just seeing like Mr. Blake here, you know, I pray that he makes it out. He's 29 years old, and his 3 sons is going to be traumatized. You know, just seeing their dad just getting, I don't want to say murdered, but like really just shot like that, man. I mean, I couldn't even imagine, man, because it's very heartening. And you know, this is something like, you know, your father, like someone that you probably look up to, that's putting food on the table, that's telling you how to be a man, and you see that getting taken away from you, and you don't know what the hell is going on. So I like LeBron James tweeted saying, this is why we say the things that we do. And I believe the GoFundMe page, they're gonna help out with Blake's medical bills. They're gonna help out with his lawyer fees. They can save up, you know, $100,000. But I'm really, you know, tired of this. I'm sick of it, because it's like a target on African Americans being black. And this is why, as black women, bro, like y'all, we need y'all. Like, we need y'all to, man, it's a psychological war going on. They constantly want African American males and African American females to be at odds. Also too, they want African American females to go ahead and be have that seniority and that superiority and the white supremacy job system. And so they're gonna make sure that you're good, and then feed your ego to the point that you don't need a man, and you don't need him to provide for you, because you're not needed. I mean, at the end of the day, you can provide for yourself. And then as this black man, to make sure that he's oppressed and got a family, and he's disenfranchised and he can't do for himself, it's going to be very hard for a man to really provide if the woman is already providing for herself. And so they're constantly going to keep the black family in conflict, and it's pretty much no incentive. And this is why, you know, irresponsibility comes in, the baby mama, baby drama. If you continue to be the thugs, you continue to be the whores, you continuously to be irresponsible, then you're plugging yourself in the system. But as soon as you rise up and you protest, and you was like, you know, I fuck this system, fuck that, I'm gonna go ahead, you know, do better for myself. I'm gonna create things for myself. I'm gonna create this. I'm gonna do this for my family. I'm gonna be responsible. I'm gonna eliminate the effeminate spirit that I have. Then that's when white America is gonna be like, whoa, what's going on here? So I really feel like right now, you know, they constantly want this shit to continue to happen. Why you think that in the social media, in the media, they always picture as African American males as animals, as thugs? And the music, every single freaking thing, bro. Like this, it's not ideal for us, man. I mean, I feel like we're so much more. We can do so much more, and this is happening right before our eyes, man. You know, just seeing this, and I don't know, man. I'm getting very sick and tired of it, man. But I had to report this. Just breaking up a fight, man, and then they couldn't even go ahead and just, instead of assuming, they could at least, you know, try to, you know, get an interview, see what the hell was going on, why these people were fighting, and like, okay, well, he was the mediator and everything, he didn't start it, he just want to break everything up, but you're gonna go ahead and draw weapons on him. And yes, I believe he should have every right to go ahead and try to lead that scene, because he didn't do anything wrong, but you're gonna kind of use and utilize deadly force on a young innocent man. So Tony Evers, man, since you're the governor of Wisconsin, I pray that you do something. I mean, like, far as like, I mean, you already sent the National Guard because you don't want them blowing up fire stations and everything. But man, it's getting worse, man. And I'm not. And at the end of the day, man, you know, if CNN gonna go ahead and picture, and people in Congress gonna sit up here and say these people are thugs that's rioting, looting, they're wrong. They're not thugs. They're tired. They starting to have breath in their fucking lungs. They're starting to have air in their lungs, and they're starting to wake up to realize that they're in a fucking system that's being shaken. That's going to be shaken. That's going to be overthrown. And the only way we can combat this is love. Not even unity. It's more than just like, you know, fuck the system and go ahead and develop for ourselves as African Americans. And I mean, this is the only state we can go to in this particular moment. the Jewish community do it, the Asian community do it, we can do it as well. You don't hear Asian lives matter. You don't hear Jewish lives matter. Yeah, they may incorporate all lives matter, but it's us that's being targeted, you know, literally at the end of the day. But I know some people are gonna say, well, he should have just complied. He shouldn't just not walk around. I mean, you don't know if he was trying to reach a weapon. So hey, I'm in for the cops. Hey, that's on y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, people who doing all this Blue Lives Matter. That's how y'all truly felt. Okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, man, you know, you guys would never understand the black experience here in America. But just hearing this about my brothers, even though that we do kill, you know, black people kill black people all the time. Yeah, we understand that though. But at the same time though, this is not, that's only a certain percentage. This should not be categorized to everyone, how we've been treated in law enforcement and how the media is depicting African American males as thugs and savages, and then we gotta stop glorifying that as well. So Blake makes us a speedy recovery from this. Benjamin Crump, who was like a civil rights attorney, he actually represented George Floyd, so they're gonna be taking this case here. It's really not too much detail after that, man, who called 911 or whatever in this particular situation. We don't know if they're gonna be charged, if they committed a crime and why so, and so we don't even know. But now both of those officers are placed on administrative leave right now. So we just have to see. We're gonna move forward on, and I just hate this, man, the direction where this country is going, man. That's all I really have to say. I'm not gonna draw this too long. Guys, enjoy your evening. I'm gonna do a more update if I get any more information about this case here. But you guys please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Blake, hang in there, man. This black man, hang in there. Continuously to go out there and uplift and speak up. Speak up with your voice, man. Speak up, because our women needs us, man. Seriously, in this time and day. And let's get back into scripture. So that's all we have to say. I'm out. Deuces.